Okay. You both are RBGs.
RBGs? What's that?
Ravishing, beautifully gorgeous young ladies.
Oh, wow.
Are you recording all this?
Yeah, we are. We're actually doing a documentary on street harassment.
I see street harassment quite a bit, actually. I see a lot of calling out and whistling and hollering and just basic sexual, the objectification of women in general.
I've had nights where like literally 2 or 3 cars will stop and like actually honk and roll down the windows and like think I'm a prostitute. Like actually. I mean, guys have thrown quarters at me before. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, I've had some rough experiences.
So this one time, I was walking and this dude's like, "Hey mama, let me talk to you." And I go, "I just want to let you know that I'm a dude." And he goes, that's what he said. He said, "No, you ain't." And I said, "I am."
We are in a generation where that a lot of stuff don't even make sense anymore. Yeah. I mean, the mannerism of the way women dress. Look at them, you know, when they come downtown, and if you, the way you dress reflects off on you as an individual, your personality. And if a guy see you with your breasts revealing and real tight, short stuff, I mean, you asking for him to holler.
I don't really get that concept because it's like I can wear whatever I want. I mean, this is not an invitation. Like I can do what I want. I can wear what I want. Just because I have a short skirt on does not mean it's like, hey, come and fuck me. I'm ready. No.
They get mad. They'll say like, well, why you gay? Why can't you mess with me? What's wrong with penises? And a nigga ever hurt you in life? I'm like, no, ain't nobody hurt me. I'm just not attracted. Well, they'd be like, oh, you'll be attracted to me, or some other stuff like petty stuff, or like I got called a faggot a lot though. But I ain't tripping. I don't care. I am who I am. So I think that's all that matters.
I see on the bus, and I have zero tolerance. If I see something, I get on the microphone right away and say, you have a choice, off the bus or knock it off. And I always make the point, get off the bus, first choice.
When I would ride the bus, I would oftentimes get harassed by men. They'd be in the front of the bus or the middle of the bus, I'd be in the back, and they'd holler at me from across the bus, and it was embarrassing and humiliating and scary.
Street harassment to me is a product of male domination and power, and them trying to sustain that, even if they don't know that's what they're doing. I think it's just kind of like we've been brainwashed into these like stereotypes and gender norms, and for men, it's even through movies and everything, it's like they're kind of taught to call women out and think that their opinions on us matter, even if we're not asking for it.
I'm against everything. Like I was born and I'm from Alabama. I'm from the old South, and I believe like the young generation now, it got out of hand using the wrong terms. You know, like we respect like southern hospitality.
They just be mad though, cause I'd be mad if a pretty girl like me say that she not straight. I'm like, just say she's straight and I try to talk to her. I wouldn't be mad to the point where I finna curse at her and get mad at her. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you straight, so I'm gonna let you go. But I don't come on to straight girls like that. I let them come on to me.
So he was just kept on trying to like ask me questions and like deny my gender and shit. I am a dude. And if anybody's trying to deny that, I literally have it on an ID, and I am so fucking tired of people saying that I'm not. I swear to God. I'm gonna blow up on somebody sometime, and it's not gonna be cute.
Right, you know, things like cat calls, women being horribly afraid to walk home late at night, women just being objectified, that's not going to stop until the media sort of turns that image around. Women aren't objects. I mean, when you look at ads, like they'll just show women's legs and like women's breasts or parts of women. Alcohol and car ads especially oftentimes have women in them to, what am I trying to say? You know what I mean? Where it's like the car is like the woman, or like the alcohol is the woman, and that's what makes it literally turning them into objects, which invites violence. Exactly.
And I'm like, until I die, I'm gonna keep on having something. I'm gonna respect the women, my elders. I'm an elder now. Now, people don't respect nobody.
It goes back to the caveman.
How so?
Well, just men want to be more strong and more domineering. The alpha male. That kind of thing.
A lot of the times, well, most of the times, this is worse for women of color because they already exist in like really complex intersecting like race and class issues. So for them, sexual harassment and street harassment is even more heightened.
What I like to do is put myself in the other person's shoes, so to speak, and I like to ask myself, well, how would I feel if I was unwanted? I had unwanted attention, and there were times in my life when I did have unwanted attention. I myself am a recovering sexual abuse survivor from my childhood, and I also have had, experience with this type of behavior. So I'm well aware of how it makes people feel, unwanted attention.
We live in a world where the men are the people that get listened to. And if a man comes out, and a man who's looked at as a role model, and other men are going to want to be like him. So if we can get a brave man to come and speak out against these issues, they're going to be listened to automatically because they're a man and they have that power and they have that privilege that they're going to be listened to. Whereas for women, it's harder, and not that we can't have a good role model as a woman, but I think it's important to have it coming from both sides, because it's like men have to help women and women have to help men.
Either I say like fuck off, or I'll just kind of look at them like dead in their face and just be like, no, nope.
I call them perverts all the time. They're perverts, point blank, period. I can't do nothing about it. I can't kill them all in the world. Wish you could. I really wish you could, I swear. But nah, that's it. They need to go to hell.
Yeah. Don't talk to me, don't touch me, don't look at me.
I kind of put myself on the defensive mode, and I stick up for people when they're getting picked on or harassed, or I try to turn the tables on the people doing the harassment, and I actually, maybe try to add some humor, or try to kind of defuse the situation a little bit.
I think the best methods for solving street harassment would be to not rely so much on police and government-based institutions, and focus more on things that fit into like transformative justice, like grassroots campaigns and community-based responses, and like holding the people around you accountable.
The reason people sometimes may express negative energy to someone is because they've been victimized or sexualized as well. Most predatory offenders or sex offenders have been sexually abused themselves. Most men who disrespectfully talk about women or anyone in general, that's just a response coming from pain and anger and hurt and loss. And so I think it's important for people to understand in a very wide range that energy keeps flowing, whether it's negative or positive. Hurt people. And I try to bring that theology or methodology and thinking to everywhere I go in every situation, because I've not been perfect. I've been, you know, I was a former drug addict. I'm a former convict. I'm a former homeless person, you know, and I've got all sorts of barriers to employment and to relationships and to just, you know, come out in society and say, hey, I have had a history of that type of behavior, but I've been working on building healthy, positive, you know, relationships and environments everywhere I go. So that's kind of what drives me and motivates me to speak out in certain situations in public, or, you know, wherever I'm at. I try to bring a piece of recovery and health and healing everywhere I go with me.